Center, where Bethel had the longest home winning streak in the nation in NAIA Division II. That didn't seem to impress John Grimes' team too much. Despite their youth, they were really ready for you guys.
Well, they've done an outstanding job, and all hands go to John for running that program and making it successful. Still, with the struggles of losing some key players this year, he's got them playing extremely hard, and they've got great perimeter players that can really hurt you. And we saw enough of Furlan last night, or the other night, to really put some damage to us.
This was a game we aired on TV 46. Ryan Lightfoot was spectacular, especially early on. But so was the three-point shooting of Anthony Furlan, the bomb and the bump right there. And when Jamison Wheeler gets loose, suddenly Marion's up 7 in this one, but Coach Rhino shot you right back in it.
Well, he played a very good game. I thought that, we needed to have people step up in this game, and we were struggling at times at the offensive end, and, he had to knock in some shots and take the ball to the basket strong. This is just going to be the way it is. Everybody's going to play their best game against Bethel College, and, Furlan was on fire. He just had 17 straight points for them, did a lot of great things offensively that really created problems for us. And that's you're going to find everybody's going to have their best game of their lives against us, and then Furlan had, a career night.
But a career night for Ryan Lightfoot as well. 29 points in that one for him to go with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And the Pilots walk the tightrope and get a 78-74 win. That makes them 25-3 overall and 11-3 in the MCC. And wow, weekend off. What do you do?
That's really great. I think our team needs it. We are banged up right now. Corey Lance is dealing with a concussion. Ryan's got a pulled hamstring. And so you're seeing a lot of things going on right now that comes at a great time to maybe get a little break.
Yeah, Lance suffered that concussion before the game. He was running over to retrieve a basketball, slipped on a wet floor, and went careening into your bench. I understand he's missed the last couple of practices. What's his status for perhaps Tuesday night at Taylor?
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. A lot depends on if he's able to get back here and practice with us over, Monday, especially getting ready for Taylor. If we don't have him then he probably won't be able to play for us on Tuesday night.
As you go through these practices now over the weekend, what do you work on?
Really go back to the basics. I think we need to go back to the fundamentals of things that really have got us to the point where we've won 25 games. And when you're spending so much time getting ready for the other team, you don't have a lot of time to spend on things that you want to do. So this gives us a little break to kind of shorten up things and really work on some individual improvement and really work on some of the things that we've been struggling at here lately.
Well, a couple of weeks ago when I was talking with Mike and Tony Natale before a game, they said our next guest was the most dominant player in practice. You'll meet him coming up next on Inside Bethel Basketball. I first met our next guest when he was an outstanding senior basketball player at Lakeshore High School, and Joey Welch has now come to Bethel College to continue his basketball career as well as his academic pursuits. Joey stands in there at 6'8", and as I mentioned, Joey, when I talked to the coaches a couple weeks ago, they said you've been ripping it up at practice, and every time I talk to Coach Lightfoot, he's very pleased with the improvement you're making. How would you evaluate your progress at Bethel so far?
Yeah, I think this year I've grown a lot just in my mental toughness, really, and coming into practice every day, just getting ready to go. And if you're not ready against Will Walker, you're going to get dominated. So there's definitely time that you have to get going.
I was going to say, that's got to be the best tutelage you can have, is to go up against perhaps an NAIA All-American this year.
Yeah, it's definitely a plus. I mean, because he's just so competitive and a great athlete, and he brings it every day.
So how has that forced you to become a better player? What do you think you've improved on the most?
Well, last year I would come into practice not really ready for it, and then he'd just dominate me, and I'd get down on myself, and I wouldn't be ready for it. And then this year I just come and just get back up every time that he'll score on me. I mean, because he still does. He's amazing. So
sure.
That happens all the time. But I just get right back up and keep trying.
It's not unusual for a freshman to struggle in making the adjustment to college basketball. You kind of expected him to do that last year. I know you also expect him to get better this year, and he's met those expectations.
He really has, all facets of the game. I think, as Joey said, the mental toughness is a key part of maturity in a player. And you've seen like the light has come on, and Joey's become a very, very solid defender for us. And he's making our players better. At the same time, he's making himself better. And so we're very excited about the future with Joey Welch.
6'8", you can't teach that part of the game. The height, I'm sure, is one of the main reasons you looked at him. What else attracted you about his game in high school?
Well, the thing about it is very versatile. You know, the thing that he can do is he can step away from the basket, and actually that's where he's at his best. And so we see him, you know, in the future being a guy that's going to be a spot-up shooter, can defend the low post man, but also go outside and do some very good things offensively.
But as it has been for you, Joey, you've had to adjust to being banged around by some pretty big fellas in this league down on the low post. How has that been?
It's not been too bad because I'm on scout team, and I love just like trying to be those guys. Like I tell Coach Natale, I love being air gaff or whatever, and I just come into games and I just try and give them my best shot, and it's fun.
As we look at this Bethel team this year, a lot of people are starting to talk about what might happen. Could win a conference championship, could win a conference tournament, could go to Branson and compete for a national championship. How do you keep it just going one step at a time?
Well, just keep doing what we're doing. Just come to practice, ready to go every day, and just keep focused. That's a big thing of our team. Like we come into games and we have to get hyped because we are number one, and we have to keep kicking people off the top. Because it's harder because you can't really get yourself psyched as easily if you're an underdog and you're coming into a big game, because we are the big game every time.
As a total student athlete at Bethel College, what do you hope to accomplish with your academic career? And talk about how your spiritual development has gone on since you've come to Bethel.
Well, with my academic career, I plan to be a CPA, hopefully, because I kind of got that from my dad because he's also a CPA. And then the spiritual life on Bethel campus is amazing. That's part of the reason I came here, because I came to a chapel and saw all the kids and everything that they do. And also summer camps came and just hung out with the guys, and they're amazing spiritual leaders, and I'm glad that I came to Bethel.
We talked about his on-court development. What have you seen from him off the court that impresses you?
Well, he's done a great job in the classroom. You know, that's the key part of a student athlete, doing well in the classroom. He's got a very tough academic schedule, and he does a great job there. And then there's also a spiritual life. He's become so strong in that area, and no longer is he kind of like a mentor. He now is a mentor. He's taken that role, and people are looking to him for guidance and direction as a sophomore, and that's a big stride.
Now, as people look to you for guidance and direction, is that why you decided to get rid of the mustache?
Yeah, I had the mustache during practice one day. It was amazing. I really liked it a lot, but you know, I just got too much attention. People were asking about it. Had to get rid of it.
All right. Well, probably a good move on your part. Joey, thanks for coming on the show today.